Okay, this is verse 2 now of The Bride Chest by Ilinid Lewis. So the girl is sorting the things that are in the bride chest. And the first line says, "Old and cool is the linen she sorts and smooths and fine the thread." The fact that it's old means that it's obviously not new. It would have been passed down from different generations. People didn't have a lot of money. They would have had fine, nice things that they'd saved up for and then passed them down through the generations. So the linen sheets or the linen clothes that she's sorting have clearly been passed down from her parents, her grandparents, and so on. Cool, because linen is a cool, like cotton, it's a very cool fabric. Now the fact she is smoothing it, she's sorting it and smoothing it, would imply that she's putting things into the chest, she's putting things away. She's not getting things out to prepare for her wedding. She's clearly folding it and making it flat and smooth and neat to put back into the chest. You wouldn't smooth something if you were bringing it out. So why do you think she's packing things away into the chest? She's only young, she's only a girl. What has happened to her to mean that she's putting this stuff away? Fine the thread links to the linen, which is a very fine cotton, like a cotton fabric made from plants. Is there another meaning of the word fine the thread? Is this something that implies a link, a thread, a link to something, perhaps a link between the generations that could be easily broken because it's fine? Think about that idea. Dust are the hands that wove and dust the lovers. Clearly that's a reference to people being dead. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So the people who made these sheets, who wove these sheets, they are now dead, referring to her parents perhaps, or her grandparents, the generations that came before. Dust the lovers still wide their bed. This is an unusual image. Who does it refer to? Who has died but whose bed is still there, whose bed is still almost available? Does it refer to her and her partner? Perhaps he's dead and their bed is cold and empty. Does it refer to her parents' bed? Are they dead but she's still got their bed, for example? Think about that image. Fortunate lovers who lived before the coming of fears. Now this is probably a reference to some sort of tragedy, or it could be a reference to the First World War, because this was written about less than 20 years after the First World War. Fortunate lovers who lived before the coming of fears. The people of previous generations were lucky that they didn't have to live through things like a war. They are children begotten in plenty, are nourished with tears. So the children of these people would have been born in happier times, perhaps. Nourished with tears, that's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? Tears are sad. How can you be nourished by tears? How can they give you something positive? Does it refer to... oh, hang on, my dog is growling. Can you hear him? And he's barking. Excuse me, that's Reg the dog. The children begotten in plenty are nourished with tears. So who does that refer to? Whose children, and why are they crying? So think about all these images. It definitely has something to do with some sort of tragedy or the war, for example. And this girl is perhaps thinking about people who came before her who didn't have to live through these terrible times. Okay, I'm now going to record something for you on verse 3, so you can look forward to that.